Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another video. It's been over a month, I think, since I last posted, so thanks to everyone for hanging around on the channel. I did go away for 2 weeks holiday to South Korea and Taiwan, and during that period, while I was away, I did get this new LEGO UCS Star Destroyer in the mail. I only just finished building it last week. I did post a few photos up on the Facebook page as I was going through the build, so as I was progressing through. So head over there and check out those photos if you're looking to see what this build was like. Overall, it's a pretty fantastic set. I think the only issue that I've got is where the hell I'm going to put it. As you can see, my room is a friggin' mess, to be honest. And I haven't spent the time to figure out where I'm going to put some more cabinets and so on. And yes, I still have the Falcon from last year sitting on the floor. So I really need to get my shit together and figure out exactly what I want to do with the room. But back to this beast. As you can see, it's a pretty good, accurate rendition of the model that they used, I think, for A New Hope. I think that's what the LEGO designer said he tried to base it off. When I was building it, I did realize that I had a missing piece on the rear here. One of the engine flaps on the side here didn't have one of the plates that needed to attach it, and I pretty much just sent one of those requests into the LEGO store for a missing piece, and they actually sent it out within a week. So their service is pretty damn awesome. And also when I got that set, because I used a whole bunch of VIP points, and there was a double VIP point promotion, so I got a hell of a lot of VIP points. And they also gave me this free lunchbox thing, which I'll use to store all the spare parts and so on. I've got pretty much all the spare parts of my other LEGO sets stuffed in a shoebox somewhere, so I'll put it all in there. So they're all the nice little bonuses that you get if you order through the VIP store. And I do have, using all of those VIP points, I've got their new Dinosaur Fossil set and their Friend Central Perk set coming tomorrow. So I'll build those and give you guys a quick look at those as well. But on this set, as you can see, all of these little details. Sorry if my lighting is pretty crap in here. But all the greebling and so on this set is pretty amazing. The set overall, the build wasn't too difficult. The most time-consuming and probably tiring part of it was doing all of this greebling. The greeble does take a bit of time to put on, and if you're following the instructions, you do need to be pretty careful in making sure you get them all in the right place. Some of the instructions are a little hard to follow on the diagrams and so on, exactly where you need to place certain things. Even attaching all of these panels was a little bit difficult to align. But once you get the feel of it, it's not too bad. I'm not a big Technic builder or anything for LEGO. And I think, you know, there were a lot of new techniques, I guess, with the framing and so on that I wasn't used to. And some of the techniques they use, particularly on the rear, if I can sort of just pull this out and turn the damn thing around without smashing into anything. If I just quickly get it around. On the rear here, just the way all of these panels sort of angle together, you pretty much just sort of peg in and attach to the frame all along the edge here, instead of, I think the original version had magnets or something, but this new version has all of these sort of ball socket joints that you clip together along the sides, and it's all fairly sturdy. The back angles here, I love how all of the panels just sort of angle together and fit together really nicely. There is a bit of gappage when they do that though. You know, none of these are sort of connected to each other. They all sort of, you know, fall in place or sort of align in place when you attach the panels. But they do look very nice when it's all said and done. They're not. It's not a perfectly symmetrical build. Just let me push that out. Some of the greebles are different on both sides. Some of the additional sort of paneling detail is slightly different on both sides. So it's not a perfectly symmetrical build, but overall you get the feeling that it is pretty symmetrical. It still has that sort of gappage down the middle, which apparently isn't as bad as the original. I don't have the original to sort of compare it against, but I think they've done a pretty good job in filling it. You know, it's got this little center part that fills in that gap, and then along the top there. And I think the overall proportions of the set are much more accurate to the model. It's a bit wider and sits lower than the original set. So this whole section at the top here, where it's a wider and flatter, really is a bit more accurate in this set. I do like the little Tantive 4 there, if I can stop it moving around. And I love how it attaches on the side here. And the details on that is quite nice. I like that it's in scale. The only thing I really don't like about the set, they did go fairly cheap on the minifigures there. You only get 2. And being the Devastator, I would have thought at least they'd give a Stormtrooper or a Vader or something. Anything, even I don't know if they've ever done a mouse droid or anything like that, but anything like that just to give that extra bit of value. It is a massive set, to be honest. People were complaining about the price per piece or something like that, but there are a lot of massive pieces on this set, and the overall size compared to the Falcon, it's pretty much on par. I guess it is hollow on the inside. There's no sort of play areas like the Falcon, but for a display piece, I mean, I hate taking those parts off the Falcon because I can barely remember how to put it all back together whenever I do take those off. For this particular set, you can take off these 2 panels at the front. This one here on mine is quite hard to take off, so I'm not going to bother trying. But you can take those off and reveal a handle on the inside, which doesn't really feel that sturdy, to be honest. So I would avoid moving it at all, or at least moving it on a platform like this, if you can't get your hands on one. But that's pretty much it on the details. I love all these little things that they've got here, like the turbo cannons there, that you can sort of, you know, articulate and move around on the ball joint. I love these things. I was spinning these things for days last week. These 3 are the same. So the one on the back, I'm not sure what that is, if that's some sort of iron cannon, and these are the turbo cannons or something. I've got no idea. But I love how they've done that. Love how they've done the, what are they, the shield generators or something up the top there. And I think the only other thing that you can sort of articulate is this thing at the top. But who's going to fold it back? I think it's all, from what I remember, it always looks like it's like that in the movie. And that's pretty much it from what I can say. Love the back here with the engines. Love the way they use those curved pieces. And everything just fits together beautifully. It is a gorgeous display set. I really need to get my act together, figure out how I'm going to put this within a display case. I've always wanted a display case for this Falcon here, and I did want the IKEA glass coffee table, but it just doesn't quite fit. If only they made it about 5 centimeters longer and wider, it would be perfect. And I actually realized I've never done a video talking about this Falcon set, but I guess it's been well discussed by a whole bunch of better video reviewers, I think. So I'll leave you to that. But overall, I think it's a fantastic set. And hopefully I can get my act together in this room and put up some display cases and benches over the back there and around the front here, where I'm probably going to have a smaller TV than I thought, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. Once I get my act together and do that, you'll be sure I'll post up some photos and a video to showcase anything new in the display. I think I did that last year or the year before with all of these acrylic cases that I made, or I had made, and they did really set the collection apart and allowed me that more space to just space out the collection and put them and pose them up to make the most use of them, I think. And they definitely do make for a display displayed collection that you know, friends can come over and talk to and so on, even with their kids and so on. So hopefully I can figure out what I can do with these Street Fighter figures as well. But I think overall that's pretty much it. Hopefully you like my quick thoughts on this. If you're on the fence about it and you do have the space, I would highly recommend getting it. The Falcon's still available, so it's not like I think these things will sell out anytime soon, particularly at the price point that they're going for. But if you're a Star Wars fan, this is a must-have if you're a Lego collector as well. So definitely get on board. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you can hang around for my figure reviews coming up. I do have the Soul of Jokoken GX88 vehicle Voltron coming soon. And I've got, as I was saying before, I've got a couple of new Lego sets to show you as well. So hopefully you can stick around for all that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.